Yo, what up? It's me, a dude who plays video games on the internet. Anyway, hello. For whoever happens to be here, why does it do this? Freaking let me move. Let me move the controller, please. No, none of the buttons do the button. Ah, there we go. Okay. That's a weird bug. Or I'm just stupid. One of the two, I don't really know. Probably the latter. That's an autosave. Right? Yeah. Hello, people. Welcome to me being garbage. What else is new, I guess? Not a whole lot. I need to do nothing, I think, because I think we set everything up beforehand anyway. I do need to change this real quick, though. Something like that. There we go. Okay, anyway. I think I have to hit the cancel button before it takes the controller inputs. I don't know, man. Although it's being, my audio is being wonky. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, audio? I don't really know. This is why you don't touch things. Do that. There we go, that's better. Now that my audio is not being wonky. Not that you could probably tell, but hey, anyway. I did set everything up, right? I hit the right button. We should probably, well no, we can have that set up by the time we get to the end of the area. Because we need a gambit for lowest HP. Actually, do we even have lowest HP? 30% to operate something this big. Pulls arbitrary number out of button. Alright. Highest HP, lowest. Okay, so we start with lowest. Good. Because we'll want that. I mean, I could manually do it, but we'll want that for the end of zone boss, whatever you want to call it. The queen.
Turn out the lights. One of those?
Ow.
I've heard of these. Mimics. They disguise themselves as all manner of things, then strike when you're least wary. Some of them have a fondness for energy, I'm told. They gorge themselves on the stuff till there's naught left.
So, what happens then?
Lights out, and it's worse in the dark. Much worse. So, let them get too close to one of those conduits,
In a normal
and they'll
game.
suck it dry. But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely.
In a normal
Sticking it with a
playthrough, you
sword
would
helps
want the
too.
charge to drop
Clock's
all the way to
ticking.
0. Because it gives you more stuff to kill, which means more experience, and the enemies, the zombies, when you're not level 1, actually aren't very hard to kill. The problem comes from the fact that we are in fact level 1, which makes the zombies a bit of a hassle when they spawn 50 of them every time you go anywhere. So we want that charge as high as we can get it, preferably. Also, the Mage Master does literally nothing for us, but hey, we're going to run out of MP already. That's about par for the course. We're gonna want a lot of potions. In case you can't tell, potions are gonna be how we heal most of the time rather than actual magic. Because regular potions will heal, I think, like 200 HP when they're buffed. Which is most of our health anyway. Could you not heal yourself? Even? You have one job and it's to die. Fran's already out of MP, so... Bosch is already dying. I need to... Hold on. All my stuff is wonky because I clicked on things. There you go. OBS is still doing that thing where it complains even though people said the stream looked fine anyway, so... I don't really know how streaming works, leave me alone. I'm new. I'm not actually, but you know. Ignore that one, hit this one. Or aggro the bat, that's fine too. Not like we're dying or anything, you can... Oh, Bosch is dead. That's fine. The thing healing is not fine though, I'm gonna spoil that for you. Please don't kill me. There's a zombie? Why is there a zombie? Was it that low? I don't know, man. You cannot die. You died and also used a potion, I think. But dang it. Oh right, no one's targeting anything because Vaughn's the only one with an attack thing. Sometimes I hate early game. Because I don't have everyone's gambit set up. I should fix that. There's no loot. So there is still a mimic, yeah. Which unfortunately is doing mimic-based things, and we need to make it stop before it summons more zombies and kills us. The other thing you can do, we don't have the map for this so I can't show you, but the other thing you can do is just sprint down to that save point there. I believe you can reach the save point. That's a zombie. That's a bat. I wish you had not walked up here. Sprint down to that save point and you can use that to heal yourself. Let's kill the zombie. Kill the bat. Because the bat shouldn't heal, so... Well, I mean the bat does heal, but not nearly as much as the freaking mimic does. He says watching the mimic go to full health. Stop. Stop healing off of this thing. Oh no. Alright, kill the mimic. This is what happens when you leave the mimic alive. It spawns that thing. Which inevitably will kill Fran if I don't heal her. Because she's not supposed to be tanking anyway. There we go. Hit me with your fire. Watch your auto attacks though. Actually your auto's fine too. There we go. I think there's one more mimic, but he's not doing anything yet. And in fact, I think we can avoid the mimic actually. And yes, I'm aware Bosch is still dead. Don't worry about him, he'll be right. So the mimic is on the left. I'd like to just pull one of you if physically possible. I could get the AI to attack this thing, I think. Oh, it's not quite what I wanted, but that works. How's chat doing, by the way? I don't even know if anyone's here. My chat could be broken, who knows? I haven't seen anything, so... Sometimes that happens though. So if we don't go left, I think we might still... No, it's right here. It's supposed to be on the left. We have to fight it though. What else is down here? A mimic. And a bat. If we don't fight this one, it's gonna drain it all the way down to 0, which is gonna spawn a lot of specter ghost thingies, which I don't want to fight. And zombies, as you can see. Poison forever? I forgot. That's a zombie. 17 damage. We've done it. No, kill the mimic. Not the other one, kill the mimic. Kills the other one anyway, god damn it. You know what, just kill something, I don't really care what. There we go. Excuse me? Oh. A potion! Good, that'll account for the 50 billion we've used so far. Vaughn, or both of you, can you stop? What I could do here, me die to this, but also I can't do that. Hold on. Yeah, my chat is broken. Hold on. Why is it doing that? That's why I couldn't see anyone saying anything, because the chat's broke. Let's see if it works now. I figured somebody had to be saying something. Alright. Hello, chat. Let's see if it's working now. He says while he dies. If it's still broken, I swear to God. Oh, hey! The chat works now. Hello, chat. Okay, let's not... Oh, God. This is a problem. Let's not die, shall we? Alright, baby steps. Hello, hello, hello. Apologies for not saying hello. I didn't see you were here, so... Where's this camera? Stop it. Hello, Dehorn and Pandosity and everybody, and what's your name? Sabal, Cabal, Seaball, Seabase, Seabass. Oh, that was a waste of MP. God damn it. We all love you, we was here. Appreciate. There is one thing I haven't mentioned about New Game Minus. Well, I mentioned it in general, but every normal enemy in the game, regardless of level, gives 1 license point. Rare enemies and other stuff give more, but every normal enemy gives 1. So for our case, because we don't get experience, it doesn't benefit us at all to fight really high level stuff when we need to farm. So our level farming is actually just going to be probably the Ester Sand or something right next to the Rabbinaster. You're watching me play as you play. Are you playing on New Game Minus? Because this mode is stupid. Hello, my baby mimic friend. Hey, Romu. Welcome back. You've joined just in time for me to screw something up, probably, because there's a mimic right here. There should be 2 in this area. I don't remember where this one goes. Oh, it goes right there. How convenient. Happens. Oh, you're playing International while you watch. Surprised the number of people that have actually played International. We don't need to go this way. I think. Hold on, do we need to go that way? Is this gate closed? No. It's possible we need to go that way, I'm not actually sure. Just the standard game for now, fair enough. You alt tabbed out and didn't realize that it didn't pause. Oh. This gate's closed, but that one should open to the left over there. You're like a kid in the candy store when you learned it was out on Steam. I was hoping to get a free copy of it, considering the quantity of videos I have of it, but Square Enix does not actually like me because I don't have a billion viewers, so I bought it for the 4th time. I don't want to fight you, actually. I don't think Square Enix has actually recognized my existence at all, but that's okay. I'm blind. That's not okay. Actually, don't do that. Had it for your PS2 long ago. Me too. I had, God's sake. Guess we should have bought Blind before we came down here. We have a lot of eye drops, it's okay. I bought the international and the regular version on PS2. And then Balthier has to do this. And then I bought the PS4 version and played through that. And now I have the PC version. Hey X. Playing better today last night. Kept stuttering, you had to watch in 480. That sounds like a Twitch problem. Or your internet provider, one of the two. Let's just run in a circle real quick. There we go. Something is draining. Any plan what job combos you will do? Not really. Oh, I meant to look something up. I mean, I guess we have time, we'll do it later. I think the best weapon in the game is not job dependent. But I'll have to look that up. If it's job dependent, everyone needs to be a machinist at some point. Or whatever jobs can use it. Probably machinist. You went through 2 copies on my PS2? Good God. Happening only during cutscenes. That's weird. Hello, that's a Zambi. A Zamboni. Zombies have way less health, so I'd like to kill the zombie. He says, watching his teammates continue to not kill the zombie. You still have your copy for PS2? I don't think I have my PS2 anymore. I got a PS3, I'm like, you know what? Oh, this is actually really bad. You need to die. Nice 1 damage. Hello, Zambi. I would fight you if not for the fact that we have no power. If we kill this, it should bring the power back up. Yeah. Oh, hey, I didn't want anything to do with you right now, though. On its shelf, on its own shelf. That's some dedication right there. Gets its own shelf space. Please die. Thanks. For here, there's more slimes around here, but I think there's another mimic too. So that's the way to go. There's no loot up there. Sometimes loot spawns with me. You've never done New Game Minus? What exactly is the game plan? Farm health for the HP, MP, and physical damage increases. We'll want magic damage increases, but that's a later thing. You're gonna lurk for a while and try to do chocolate and not ice cream this time? I like ice cream though. Hey bud. You have most of them, all but 11 and 14. I don't actually have anything but 10, 10, 2, and 14 now. Well, and 12 obviously. But all the rest of them I don't have anymore. Is there another mimic? Yes. We don't want to go that way because that spawns more slimes than I want to fight. We need to get That thing that gives MP for hitting enemies and getting MP for getting hit by enemies. Preferably soon, so that we can actually heal more frequently. The game that got you into FF was Legends of Dragoon. I never played that, actually. Loot over there? Nope. Should be an enemy here, never mind. Just the Mimic, I guess. Although I usually run through here with low power, so maybe it's zombies that spawn me. Please stop. Please stop. Stop feeding on the conduit. Alright, so the power should be stable, so what we can do is just do this. Run back and forth for a little bit here so that we can top up our health without potions or anything. It was your first strategy game. My first strategy game was probably the original Command & Conquer. Tiberian Dawn. Actually no, it would have been Command & Conquer Gold, because I played it on the N64. I think it was called Gold on the N64. Yes, my first strategy game was played on the N64. I had a good time with it, actually. Maybe some slimes here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh, 2. Unless you count an RTS. You haven't played a CNC, you should. They're very good. Does silence keep them from blinding? The wife has her N64 still? That's actually rather impressive. You know what other game I remember from N64, apart from the obvious ones? Like Perfect Dark, a fantastic game by the way. Is was it like San Francisco Rush or something like that? It was that racing game that had like a stunt mode and stuff? That was really fun. It still works, that's impressive. I'd like to move, thank you. I think there's a treasure chest, maybe it's on that side, but I think it gives you a mage masher, which I don't really care about because I have, and it spawns slimes. Or was Rush 2? Was San Francisco Rush the first one, and then Rush 2 is the second one? There was a, of all the things I remember, I know, there was like a Seattle level. Hello, by the way. There was a Seattle level that had like a downhill part, and because it was N64 you can't really do smooth downhill, so it was like kind of janky downhill, and if you were going a certain speed it was just an adventure of flipping. That's my favorite track because of that, actually. And then there was the Alcatraz track, that was pretty fun. Oh, I forgot it spawns bombs when you open that gate. So from here, I'm going to hold the run button. Ignore that treasure chest because we're on a mission to go over here. I think we played the same one. I couldn't remember if it was San Francisco Rush or Rush 2, or maybe that was the same thing, I don't know. By the way, Bosch is alive again.
It reeks. Something's close.
Ignore the fact he's still dead. He must be livid with me right now. Nah, he's fine, look. Good as new.
Nice moves there, Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Angry face, grr.
He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you. Your brother, what became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
It was you who killed him.
The first one was San Francisco Rush? Alright.
I give you my word.
I'm sure I
was
played
not the way
both
of
at
it.
some point, but I remember the Seattle level and stuff like that. I mean, Balthier's got a point. They say he's a traitor. We don't know. No, but there's no witnesses besides the Empire. No one likes the Empire.
I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later.
In case you forgot the intro of the game.
After he signed the treaty.
Sir, we have little time. You must go to
As I
tank.
feared. They're slowing us
Home,
down.
Captain Ozilis.
And for my parents.
Rush to Extreme Racing USA. There was a,
Why?
apologies of me talking over the cutscene bothers you, but we've seen these like 60 billion times. I don't remember if it was like a cheat mode in the game itself. I think there was. Or if it was like a Game Shark thing, but you could change like the size of the tires and stuff on the cars and make them huge. You could do all sorts of stuff. You could low gravity. It was a great game.
I don't believe you.
Probably one of my favorites.
Of course not. It
Perfect
was
Dark
my
is
fault that Rex was there.
my favorite N64 game. Just full stop.
am
Perfect
sorry.
Dark was perfect. Actually
My
perfect.
brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost
You don't
everything.
remember that? Oh man.
How can I believe you?
Not me, then. Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland.
Maybe that was Rush 1. It's possible.
Surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything.
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy. What's done is done.
What's done is done. Alright, so now you understand why I didn't revive Bosch, because he is now alive. Before Bosch gets his gear, he's basically worthless. He doesn't do any damage. And because he revives anyway, plus it's a save point right there, there's actually no reason to use a Phoenix down on him. So our goal is all the way over there. At this point, we don't care about light, I don't believe. So we're gonna do the old tried and true hold the right trigger. Actually, we'll open this. And then hold the right trigger. Most of these chests in here are mimics. You can tell based on colors. There's a, there it is. You know, slightly obvious that there's a slight difference in color in these chests, but you know. You're gonna go make some food. Oh man, food. Run away. You're so glad they brought back the original save screen. Everyone seems to be quite pleased with that. Welcome to repeatedly saving. So this is the boss, so we need some gambits set up. So we need lowest HP attack. I'll do potions manually, so we don't need to worry about that. What? Oh. I just hate how it does that. Looks better to most, even I love it. I mean, it is a nice save screen. I'm not gonna lie. You still have to cure, but we're gonna change this. Actually, no, you can stay on party leader. You... lowest HP. Nearest visible. Alright. That should be fine. We don't have any equipment we can use. First aid's garbage, so I don't care. We get more HP or last stand. I wonder what I will take. I don't need Leaper yet, so... Gain MP after dealing damage is not useful yet because he doesn't need it. Knights can learn healing spells, but they're blocked by Espers, so That doesn't do much for him yet. You, on the other hand, could very greatly use that. But you're not gonna get it. Ooh, she can get a battle lore though. And I think that's all we can do there. So we gotta heal again and save. I don't know why I bothered doing that in the reverse order, but... Efficiency! Hooray! Hello, Zev! Welcome. We're gonna go die to a giant spider queen lady. Do we have any items? Not really. We have an arrow moat, which is good, because it's AoE. That's basically it. Alright, time to die. You can accept this? Wow. Also gross. What was the PS4 version? It was the standard PS4 system menu save screen. Nice 6 damage. We'll lift Fran on party leader's target so that she's close to the party leader, which is who should be tanking. Ready spawn. Rude. I killed it immediately. Alright, so that straight up killed Bosch, which we do want him alive right now because he's damaged. What's the general strategy for New Game Minus? Items. A lot of items. Can you stop using Breath of Life? For the love of God. We may have to LP farm before we fight this. Come back! How do you prevent yourself from getting killed right away at the... all the time as the game progresses? Bubble is basically mandatory. Apart from that, you just have to have proper buffs. Quickening chain to kill things instantaneously if possible, but sometimes it's not, so. Because RNG and all that jazz. General stuff like that. Dark matter is a thing that we're going to have to use at some point. We're gonna ignore that one. Them sucking the charge out isn't too big. Oh, Bosch is on it. Isn't too big of a deal, but eventually they'll come back and fight us, which is why you don't want them doing stuff. Generally. Now, the reason I'm saying we might have to LP farm is because we don't have quickenings. Can you not combo them? Appreciate it. Boss fight time? Hell yeah. Nice block, actually. Bosch needs to be closer to Fran. Right, we can just get Vaughn over here. Everyone a little closer together. There we go. 6 hits. That's what we need to happen, which is RNG based, so we can't really do anything about it, but we need combos, which is Vaughn's entire job. This is gonna be bad. Now we got this. She's out of MP again. We're down to 2 potions. So we're gonna cheat. I can't get it to swap party members. There we go. This isn't really cheating. This is called efficiency. Now when the AI controls a party member, they don't move much, but if you don't know, you gain MP while running. So you can take control of your mage and just do this. Get a little bit of MP back. The boss is almost dead though, we should be attacking. Why aren't you attacking? There we go. This is probably the last boss that we can do without a massive supply of potions. Or some LP grinding. Probably LP grinding. Hopefully FF15's next 3 DLCs will be released on PC as well. I hope so. It'd be great if the PC version came with them, like it comes with the Battle Pass or whatever it's called, I don't know. Taking advantage of the system, you have to, man, it's a new game.
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
Where are we?
The Estes Sand, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanasta before we shrivel up. By your leave, Captain.
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late. The people may hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
I have played none of the DLC from FF15. I beat it, obviously. But I have not played any of the DLC. You have any magic? You have techniques, that's right. Alright, so we have to make our way all the way back there. We can just sprint back there, but the enemies here are pretty easy. These are low-level enemies. He says they're still going to show red, but... So on the way there, because there's very little risk to us, we're going to quad speed it, but also fight things along the way. There's also a hunt somewhere that we have to kill. Is it over here? Or is it somewhere else? I don't know, it's probably in a different zone. Or it could be over here. I don't know. Been a while since I've done this hunt. Leave me alone. Clearly not over here. Wait for another definitive version on Steam. If they do release one, I imagine it'll be a while. Okay, you want to wait another year? Could be worth the cost of saving that money. You mean the giant wolf? Yes, Dextera. Or is it in the Western Sand? I don't remember. I thought it was on this side, but... See if you can start the Balfenheim side quest. Do I want to do that now? In the Western Sand? Oh, god dang it. What benefit do I have of starting that now? In the Western Sand, it's just straight left. Oh well. We can grab it. We'll do the Balfenheim stuff later, so we can do it all in one go, rather than having to remember what part of it we're on. So again, because it's New Game Minus and XP doesn't matter, this is how we're gonna farm. This is our grind. In a normal game mode, your grind is, you know, whatever that rare enemy is usually. Or whatever high level enemy you can kill consistently. Ours are wolves. And Estrosan. This is what we do. No clue you didn't like doing it. Fair enough. I'm gonna try to do hunts. Is there an achievement for completing New Game Minus? Probably. I don't know, but I'd imagine so. This is not where I want to be. I'll tell you that right now, that's not where I want to be. What happens when you don't pay attention to where you're running? Hello, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. I've done all the hunts as well. In fact, the last playthrough I did of this game was all of the hunts, but my memory is generally pretty poor to begin with. We should probably do the that bizarre thing. I don't really want to do that, but we probably should, considering what it is. I don't think we can afford it right now. I think it's like 20,000.
I thank you.
I don't know.
I'd avoid crowds if I were you. In this town, you're still a traitor, you know.
The Resistance will surely find me soon. Fate's will, we meet again. I would pay my respects to your brother.
You're a fugitive now, too. Stay low for a while.
What about
There
the
was
stone?
no emotion.
Do as you like. That stone's ill-favored.
We feel regret. We sought that stone and found ourselves only worry.
You offering it?
It's mine.
Then why'd you ask? Our regards to your girl.
We stay in Rabanastre a while.
I'm gonna point it out just so that you guys can never not see that. When Fran and Balthier walk, they slide. I just want to point that out so you guys can wallow in misery with me.
But maybe I should show it to Penelo first.
You know where everything
so
is in the
she knows I got
first
something.
quarter of the game?
She'd be at Miguel's place.
That's a
this
lot of
time day.
stuff. If you do everything in order, that's a lot of stuff. Alright, so we're gonna save, because to not do so is incredibly stupid. So in order to do the bizarre thing, we have to talk to... we have to do this hunt first, actually. So let's go do that hunt, and then talk to people. I have to go find the thing, I can't remember what it was. That's whoever sent it still in chat, but I don't know that they are. They were here yesterday in like 5, and it's currently 2, so I don't know if they're here right now. Anyway, welcome to the Western Sand. Generally speaking, you should probably do this hunt when you have more than just Vaughn in your party, but we should be okay. I think he's over here. Yeah, there he is. Now, preferably, I'd like to pull just that wolf or just him. Oh, they pulled together. Okay. Take our sweet time killing that dude, apparently. What's in here? Ah, Phoenix down. This hunt is intended... Oh, don't do Saber, that's rude. Is intended to be done immediately after the tomato, so basically starting level, starting equipment. Which means it's really easy. Unless Fangs kills you. Alright, back to the city. Good job, team. We did it. The greatest, the champions, the best hunter. Alright. You feel bad then because you just died to it. Wow. How do you manage that? I mean, look, I did it at level 1. With no... Don't take Vaughn out of the party. Only 1 buff. Alright, let me try to look up the thing real quick. FF12, Bizarre... Oh, what are they called? I can't remember the name of them, like the book things. Can't remember the name of them now. Bizarre recipes. I don't think that's quite what I was going for. Repeatable recipes, overlapping recipes. Monographs, that's what it is. Do we even need to do this now? We can't afford it, and it's not too good. Actually, we can just get all of these. Yeah, we'll get these. Oh, for God's sake. I hate this bug in Windows. I hate Windows most of the time, but I hate this bug in Windows where, like the taskbar stays over Windows. Stays over full screen Windows. It's annoying. Alright, so, hello. You did it. You brought down Dexter. We did it. So he buggers off and we have to now follow him. If you're curious what I'm doing, I'm getting, or unlocking, I'm not getting, I'm unlocking the ability to purchase the monographs. Which normally you would acquire simply by playing through the game, because it's just stuff you'll do eventually anyway. But you can also brute force it, which is what we're gonna do. So he should be over here somewhere. Did I pass him? Hey. Go to a nearby shop, any will do, and look in the bazaar goods. So his is the Hunter's Monograph, which we can't afford. This is going to be a recurring theme. Don't worry about that. Now we gotta go to a weapon shop. We're gonna lag the game out, apparently. I don't know why the frame rate dropped so far there. That's alright. You did not know that was a thing? Monographs are not at all mandatory. All monographs do is they increase the chance of acquiring the rare material from a drop, and they also introduce... I can't remember what it is. The dark matter or something else? I don't know. They introduce a super rare item to the drop chance for enemies. Depending on the monograph that you get, it gives different enemies. Hunters is, you know, beasts and stuff like that. Oops. You see why I said this is normally a thing you'll do just going through the story anyway? It's basically magazines from 15 if you played that. How many times have I done this? I've stopped counting, actually. It should pop up a thing. We've done it enough times. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So that unlocks the Knight's Monograph, which is for knights. Or giants, not knights. Words are hard. Go to the armor shop, which is way faster. I don't know why. Arcana, is that what it is? Okay. Can't remember what exactly it was. What a fine assortment. Knickknacks and paddywhacks. Something, I forgot how the rest of that goes. Sorry if this is boring, but we may as well do it now. Even though we can't buy these now, there's no reason not to do it. Oops. Having a good old time, mashing the button, hanging out with chat, not reading what this guy says. I'm not even counting, I'm actually just waiting for it to say new bizarre goods available. There we go. What's the... hold on. Okay, so it's just that one. We gotta go magic shop. And just talks too much. He does. I don't want to talk to you people, I just want to, like, open the menu. What job assignments do I have in mind? I'm currently just doing jobs that fit the character's stats appropriately. Ish, anyway. So the females are casters except for Fran, who is foe breaker, that sort of thing. You're gonna finish your FF12 ZA playthrough. I did. Question mark. The only thing I'm missing in that playlist is the RNG manipulation stuff, which I don't have all of. But as far as the actual game itself, I believe I've done everything. We've done all the hunts, we've done all the clan hunts, we've done all the hunt club hunts. We did Yazmat. I don't think there's anything else to do there. As far as I'm aware, anyway, unless I forgot something. I think you missed something. The main playlist for, oh, there we go, FF12, should have all of the videos, but there's also several side playlists that sort stuff. Is Philo in this game? What is Philo? I don't think so, because I don't know what it is. If you're curious why I'm still talking to them, even though we already got the pop-up, there's a second one. This one just requires that you talk to any shop owner 100 times. Just we already happen to be here, so there's no reason not to do it here. And that should be all the shops that we need to talk to. There we go. There's only one, well, 2 books left to get, and they're both at the same place. So, head over here to the hunt board. Philo is Kite's girlfriend in FF12 Revenant Wings. No, she's not in this. I've lost count. I don't know how many I've done. Alright, let's see if that's enough. It should be the Dragoon's monograph, and it doesn't matter what shop we go to, so. And then that will be all the monographs unlocked, we just have to then buy them. Which costs 22,000. We have 2 of them that are 22,000, so we are done. Some hunt grabbing. No, we're not hunt grabbing, we're just unlocking stuff. You'll hear that noise in your nightmares. I'm sorry. It's no more noise. I apologize. Alright, now we can get rid of this window because we don't need that, right? Yeah, we've done all of that, so I don't need that window anymore. Easy. Who the hell's that? Oh, it's Sunra. I was looking at Discord. Someone changed their name. Alright, so do that. Click over there, click on the taskbar so it doesn't confuse me. There we go. So that Windows can figure out what the hell it's doing. So we need to go to here, I think, and then Old Dallin, or Old Dallin and then here. I don't remember the order. Anyway, how's chat doing?
Vaughn, is it really you? I heard you got took off to Nalbina.
The Imperials will need more than a dungeon to stop me.
Shouts it out loud.
Broke out of a dungeon? Whoa.
Hey, try and keep it down, would ya? Penelo isn't around, is she? Out on a delivery, maybe?
Nope, haven't seen her all day. Not like her to up and skip out on work like that. Miguelo's not here either. He went running off somewhere a little while ago.
So much for my big welcome. I guess everybody's busy.
I got my hands full watching the shop, and old Dallin had something for me to do, but I can't get away.
Old Dallin, huh? Tell you what, I'll go see him for you.
Really?
Well, nothing better to do.
Just rewired and tinkered with a router to fix it, and then you said usual. You failed. Go to the shop, let's sell off this stuff. Now another thing about this game, if you don't know, stopped it, oh yeah, not bad. The bazaar goods, they don't tell you exactly what you get. They just give you a hint. I need Winstones out of the game, just teleport. The bazaar goods are always, 100% of the time, a better value than buying the items individually. So you should always buy those. Equipment pieces? If you need the equipment, go ahead and buy it, but I'd recommend probably not. Unless you know what the piece of equipment is, but it is still a better deal to do the bazaar. It's just that a lot of equipment you're going to end up buying multiple times. You wonder what Tale of the Phoenix is. It's Phoenix Downs. Who could have guessed? I know. I wasn't paying attention. What are we doing? Oh, hold down. That's right. But there's a lot of stuff later on that you get in the bazaar that's just, you know, miscellaneous garbage that's not very well explained in the hint. But then there's other things that's like the mirror equipment is like described as just really shiny pieces of knight's armor or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but mirror equipment is going to be very good for us because we at some point are going to not use very much healing magic. Plus, we don't need to have the double XP thing equipped to our characters because we don't get XP. We're gonna have the double LP thing, which we're gonna want to get soon. In fact, so I don't have to tab out again, someone in chat look up where to get the double XP. Double LP, sorry.
And I got out of there as fast
equipment
as I could.
from.
But it was all worth it, Dallin. Here, look at this.
Some stuff can only be got from the bazaar, but that's super late game.
Well,
And you have to
know,
try
I couldn't
real
have done it
hard to
without your
get
help.
that stuff.
So, there is more to this gutter churl than first meets the eye. Van, I've an errand, a simple favor to beg of you.
A simple
I was
favor.
going to ask that kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found.
Where did you do this?
Mind you are to
When did
deliver
you
the
do
sword
this?
to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dal, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penelo is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Dallin.
Thanks, Dallin. Appreciate it.
And so it is done. But will it be enough to remind him of what the Order once meant?
Old Dallin playing political games. I wish old Dallin had a bigger part of the story, but oh well. I should probably like pick this up. I should have bought more potions actually. Forgot to buy potions before we left. Finder's first one, the Ogier Yinsa Sansi. That's a while from now, so. Isn't there one in trial mode? I have to go to the left, right? Yeah. I thought you could get one in trial mode really early. Trial mode 77, that's not really early at all. Maybe it's the XP one that you get early. I got an achievement. A traitor redeemed. Way to spoil the
Then what
story.
do you make of Andor's proclamation? Are you suggesting they fooled even the Marquis?
What if a judge killed the king, not the captain? That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
In that case, the captain would be brother to a judge. How are we to trust such a man?
He has a point.
Now there is the Bosch that I remember.
Then will you fight again at my side? His word alone convinces me of nothing.
I'd take his word over that of a mouthpiece Marquis.
Then you name Rex liar with him.
My brother was no liar!
Just the opposite. Rex was the witness they needed. They had to make it appear as if I killed the king. Rex bears no blame. The fates have willed it.
So this is Rex's brother. Your words may convince a child such as this, but they weigh far too lightly on the scales for my taste. Our paths will remain separate.
Do you not think Amalia worth saving?
Sansi is first. Man, that's so far away. Hate it.
I hold men's lives in my hands. I must see foes in every shadow. The night we moved against Vayne, he knew. I will not chance such disadvantage again. I must treat you as I would Andor, as I would treat any abettor of the Empire.
Then what will you do? Hold me here in chains?
Gasp. Dramatic camera.
Some things never change, do they?
Listen to me, Bosch. Your cage may have no bars, but it is a cage. The eyes of the Resistance watch unblinking.
Let them watch. I know something of cages.
He looks rather well for a dude who's been in a cage for, was like 2 years or something like that?
That's right. Amalia's in the Resistance.
Then you know her.
Sorta. We
He has a
met just
dog
before we
collar
got
on.
sent to Nalbina.
No, that's so he can
I've known
strap
nicer
his
people.
Our paths
chest
keep
piece
crossing, yours and
together.
mine.
Question
It's
mark.
more than coincidence.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry.
If you notice,
Allow me one last annoyance.
he also has a belt buckle
I
on
want
the
you to take me to
bottom
Balthier.
back,
Even cage birds need wings.
like of his
This makes
back
us
there,
even.
the bottom of that little square.
For Nalbina.
Not attached to anything, so you
We
could
could've
technically
done it
attach a
without you.
leash to him. He's pre-harnessed up for a leash. I don't understand outfits in Final Fantasy games. Anyway, we can just go to this shop. I think they sell potions here too. Did you disable camera auto rotation? No. I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I did. I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. Apparently I must have. Probably in graphics settings, isn't it? I don't know where it is, to be honest. Anyway, I don't like cameras that auto-rotate too much. I don't mind it doing like this rotation, where you're going sideways and it spins, but if I'm walking like this, I don't like the camera turning. It's just how I'm used to playing things. But there are a lot of people that are used to the camera rotating, so, I mean, options are good. Yeah, options are always good. So we need potions. Probably not 80 of them, but let's buy like 40. It's a lot of gil, but we need potions, so it will have to do. And now we have to go where a thirsty sky pirate would be, which would be this way. Yeah. I keep hitting the wrong button. You know what I dislike? There's probably a way to change this, I don't know. But the default control scheme for controllers in this game is the Japanese control scheme. So the B or circle button is accept, and then the A or X, depending on what controllers you're using, are cancel. And it's really annoying because it's backwards from North America.
Mine had already died before that.
It confuses me every time.
The plague took them both.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay. It's been 5 years now. After that, I lived with my friend Pinello and her family.
Nice lip syncing.
Then the war came.
I am sorry.
Look at this emotion shown in his face.
Really, it's all right. I know it wasn't your fault. I see that now. You didn't kill my brother. It was the Empire.
The evil Empire.
My brother trusted you. And he was right.
He's a stoic guy. No emotion allowed around here. We are men. Manly men. Manly man. We do not cry. Or move our face in any way whatsoever.
What I am understanding is it took Pinello because of you.
What? What about Pinello?
Squeaky chair.
Vaughn. They've taken Pinello.
They've taken Pinello.
And there was a note for this Balthier. Come to the Muserba Mines, it said.
It's Begamnon. He was in Albina.
If anything were to happen to that sweet child, why, I've her parents' memory to consider. You're going to go to her aid, and that's that. That's what you Sky Pirates do, isn't it?
I don't respond well to orders. You do know that the Imperial fleet is massing at Bujerba?
Fine, then I'll go. You at least have an airship, don't you?
Yeah, let me just use your
Just
airship.
get me there and I'll find Pinello myself.
I'll join you.
Huh?
I have some business there as well.
Open map overlay? Oh yeah.
By chance?
That's the thing.
Balthier, just take us, and this is yours.
The guards are toying with us.
Make yourselves ready. We leave soon.
Right.
I think it was in the original game. I'm not 100% certain on that, but there is a map overlay. When you're ready, meet me in the aerodrome. Do be quick, save your girl, blah blah blah. This is the map overlay. The Diablo style map overlay thing. You know, if you're used to playing games like this, I guess, go for it. We have our party back. We have not made Bosch anything. What do we make Bosch? What is he good at? This is a good question, actually. What is Bosch good at? Let's find out. FF12. I have this list here, just gotta get to it. We already have a knight, we already have a Shikari. We could get a Bushi. We get a Bushi? Hmm. You normally make him samurai. Am I playing on keyboard? No, I'm using a controller. You can play with mouse and keyboard if you want. You can see the button prompt down there change. So it does support mouse and keyboard. I don't think you can hear when I do that, but maybe you can. Anyway. Samurai or monk. We want... Machinist is best for New Game Minus. We can have 2 classes, so it doesn't matter. When it's relevant, we can make everyone Machinist. It's technically relevant all the time, but... It depends on how we're gonna run this anyway. So normally you would want... Because this is New Game Minus, a lot of things don't apply, and you should probably just get guns all the time. But normally you would want 2 of either Ulan, Shikari, or Bushi. What's my Zodiac? I am Sagittarius. Which one is that? On this thingy. Mikhailo sounds like he's spraying saliva each time he talks. He probably is. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to go with quote-unquote optimal choices for each character. Optimal-ish. And then depending on what happens, because we can pick 2 for every character, remember? Depending on what happens, we're probably going to end up making everybody secondary machinist. Sagittarius is archer? I think archers are kind of cool, to be honest. So that's probably what we're going to do. So for now, we'll just go quote optimal stuff. These are the classes, if you're doing a normal game, these are the classes that you would pick for, you know, a fairly competent party. Brain is the worst archer and the worst in general? Yes. Balthier is the worst machinist? Yes. It's really strange that the classes those 2 start off is actually the worst, but it's kind of minuscule. So in a normal game it doesn't matter. You can make everyone an archer if you want to. Sid, I've come up with a new recipe. You've made chocolate. I'm proud of you. Ramu's done it. PogChamp in chat. Alright, so he is a Bushi. We're gonna want at least accessory 1. We're gonna want probably a weapon, but I don't know if we can buy that yet, so we'll wait. Your stream is super delayed, like 2 minutes. I am dropping frames a bit. Not actually dropping frames, but I am... Hold on. Let me do something. You guys let me know if this causes an issue. See if that helps my end, because my computer is basically reaching its limit on what it can do here. Oh, that don't look good. Yeah, now OBS is just complaining. Why is that red? Is my internet taking a poop? Is my internet taking a poop? Oh, now it's green. No, hey. I don't know, man. Now it's green. Oh, now it's yellow. Now it's green. don't know, I'll figure it out. My internet might also just be taking a poop right now. Anyway, how's chat doing? I should probably figure out how to fix this at some point here. More HP, and then we'll figure out what we want next. Magic lore, no. Can we buy a weapon for him? Guys, let me know if there's an issue with the stream, by the way, since I just fiddled with stuff. I should take that thing off the screen when I'm running around. Oh, we can buy a kotetsu. Okay. So we can buy you a weapon, so we'll do that. Actually, we're gonna use them in the party. Let's think about this, because we have limited money. Bosch brings nothing but damage to our party. Yeah, the debuffs from Black Mage are still good. I don't think we're gonna use Bosch for now. I'm actually just not gonna equip him with anything. You guys, on the other hand, can you get better equipment? Assassin's Dagger, leather headgear, horde hat. Not just Maid Masher, okay. We should have the best equipment that these people can get. Oh no, we need a broadsword, don't we? Yeah. Look, man, you gotta think about this stuff, you know? Broadsword, there we go. Inquisitor doesn't help yet, so we're just gonna ignore its existence. Probably get nothing else. Fran! You want armor. And that, because we can actually buy that hammer. Eventually, Fran will not be in our main party, but for now, she's probably better than Bosch. Because Bosch has... Like, I guess we can get the magic lore for Bosch and the Kotetsu. Would he be better than Fran? Certainly more consistent damage. He's not going to be a late game person though. Because he's not going to have any attack potency. Thingamadings. I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably can't get any better equipment, so... Headsman. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, we'll use Fran for now. What equipment can we purchase? Excuse me? Oh, right, you can only use broadsword right now. That's right. Feels bad, man. That's okay. Alright, then optimize their stuff. Make sure they have all the good equipment. You know, if we're not actually going to use Bosch, do we take his stuff off? No. Get that away. I don't know if it's worth it. I wish it didn't pause when I clicked out to do something, but that's alright. Is the stream still okay, chat? Because OBS is still doing that thing where it complains about stuff. I wish it would stop doing, but... It may just be my internet. I don't really know. We really have all the best stuff except Buckley, that's what we need. Team signed to you? Alright. I don't know why it's doing that. Doing good. Played something like 5 hours of Skyrim. That's too much Skyrim. It's currently like 80 degrees Fahrenheit here, so we're certainly not lacking for heat. Unfortunately. I wish we were, but we are not. Alright. We have some money, we can buy more potions if need be, but we have 40 for now, and hopefully 40 potions is enough. Is there any magic we want to buy? Now bear in mind we don't have a white mage, so buying magic right now doesn't do us any good. I guess we can get the basic stuff. But are we gonna use that over potions and stuff? I don't know. How was my day? I didn't actually notice that. My day's okay. I have to raid an FF14 this evening. Hopefully it'll go better than last time. Last time being Friday. That's the plan anyway. Yawns enthusiastically. Nope, that's the right way. Not that I had a problem raiding last time, but, you know. It wasn't necessarily the most positive atmosphere, which I prefer to try to keep it that way. Positive it is. No stuttering or anything, solid. It's good. It's either OBS being funky or my internet, and OBS is fluctuating the bitrate a lot, so could be that. Anyway, where is my man? My main man. I forgot where he stands. My main squeeze. There you are. Am I gonna stream it? I don't stream it, but someone else does. Someone from my group does stream it, so I could set it up to auto-host them, I guess. And you guys could just chill in my chat. Because when we're raiding, I'm not looking at the chat from their stream. I think they just raid for, or they stream for friends, so I don't think they look at the chat either. If you're curious, we raid 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday, Sunday, Monday.
The straw. You really are a sky pirate.
Well, the headhunters seem to think so. What's a good word? Is she ready?
Whee.
So is she armed? How fast is she? Could she take the Ifrit?
I suppose I could tell you, but wouldn't you rather see for yourself?
Yeah.
You know someone's excited when they skip steps trying to go up.
The shortest way is over Dorstonis.
Dorstonis?
How flies Boucherba?
Oh, she's free as can be, for now. The Empire took notice when they announced the princess's unfortunate suicide and your untimely execution.
If it becomes known that I'm alive, the Marquis will lose their favor.
I try to steer clear of such things.
Sorry, that's banging noise in the background.
Right, it's time to fly. And no wagging tongues or you'll like to bite them off.
I'm coming, Vanilla.
Lewd? So loud. This is probably one of the prettiest cutscenes in the game, actually, right here. not here. It's the one that comes after this when we show up. It's so pretty, it was actually used in the trailer and in the intro cinematic for the game. Which is basically the trailer, but...
I have my brother. She eats well.
See that she does. We need her alive. Balthier's bait must be fresh.
I keep trying to tell you. I barely even know who Balthier is.
My brother! A
Troll
message
in the
come
crew.
from Ravenaster. The Strahl she
So many
set
emotes.
sail. She makes straight for the sky city of the Sherpa.
Barely know, was it? Yet Ala Tracy goes bounding off for you. Tell me, how could that be?
That's what I'd like to know. I just met him that one time and that's
Does
it.
that tongue never stop? What if we plucked it from your head? As for you, we need Balthier alive. His corpse fetches but half the bounty.
A tender beaten, my specialty.
There's no fun for it if we can't tease out a scream
A
or two.
tender beating. Ramu is apparently a collector of adorable emotes. Good God, that's bright. I got a new monitor for my birthday. It's real bright. Like, I have the brightness turned way down and it's still real bright. Hey, let me turn the light on. It's 3 p.m., but it's dark. Ow. Look how pretty this cutscene is. Happy late birthday. It's like 2 months late, but thank you. It's actually like a month and a little bit, not 2 months. Good God, I'm dying.
No good, he's not here. Keep searching. This way.
You're a dead man.
Squeaky
Don't forget
chair.
it. And no names. Of course.
Alright, welcome to Pujurba. It's a B, not a P. Happy early birthday. Well, in that case, you're, about 10.5 months early. It's a little bit early, but thank you. Appreciate it. Every day's my birthday now,
just up
apparently.
ahead. Though, I do hear there's not much left there these days.
You're on your way to the mines?
Wowee, it's him.
Then please allow me to accompany you. I have an errand to attend to there.
What manner of errand?
What errand? I might ask the same of you.
Right. Come on then.
What?
Excellent.
Do me a favor and stay where I can keep my eye on you. Should be less trouble that way.
You thought he was a chick when he first saw him?
So what's your name?
Oh, I'm Lamont.
Hi, Lamont.
Don't worry. I don't know what's in that mine, Lamont, but you're in good hands. Right, Bosch?
Bond's an idiot, by the way, in case you weren't aware. Lamont joins the party as a guest. Wowee, Lamont is actually probably the best guest in this game, ignoring the fact that he has no health. Because he knows Cura. To cure. Now, the problem is that he has very little MP and Cura is very expensive. He also uses potions. Poison, Blind, Vox. He's got all sorts of good stuff. He is my favorite guest in the game because he's very good at healing. In the original version of the game, if you did not play the Zodiac version, I think he did this in International too. Not 100% certain, but in the original version of the game, he used high potions instead of Cure or Cura. But, because he's a guest, he does not pull from the player's inventory. In the original version. So he had an unlimited supply of high potions that he would use at like 70% health, so it made it really hard to die during the mines. Why is the enter key next to the apostrophe key? It's a good question. I do that all the time. I hit enter instead of apostrophe. We should save. In case I die, I don't want to have to go through all this crap again. Yeah, unfortunately he pulls from the player's inventory now.
The Lusu Mines, one of the richest veins in Ivalice.
It does that because you can change it now.
Actually, no. With but few exceptions, the Imperial Army is not permitted within Gujerba. Well, shall we proceed?
If you still couldn't change gambits for guests, they probably would have left it where that guests had their own infinite inventory. But since you can change it, if it still worked that way, you could just make him use elixirs or something. And he would use unlimited elixirs, but alas, we cannot abuse it. Oh, look, no zombies. It's true. Actually, we just got through an area that had zombies in it, but you know. Also, hello, Jepser. How are you?
You will forgive me for asking, but you are diverting the purest of the Magicite.
I can assure you it reaches Lord Vane most discreetly.
Ha! You wear your saddle well.
Be that as it may, I have no intention of being bridled, Your Honor.
Then you prefer the whip? Stubbornness will see not only you broken, Excellency, but Bujerba as well.
You're tired? Me too. Came by to say hi and play a match of Overwatch.
Halim Ondor IV.
I play all my Overwatch in the evening usually.
The Marquis served as mediator at the negotiations of Damascus' surrender. It would appear that he is somewhat less neutral now.
They say he's been helping the resistance.
They say many things.
You're certainly well informed. Who did you say you were again?
What difference does it make? We have to find Penelo.
And Penelo is your...
She's a friend. She was kidnapped and taken here.
It's my wife! Exclamation point. In case you didn't know, Vaughn and Penelo are married. It's not actually true. At least not yet. Funny girl in the back doesn't have much of an armor. No, she's got some thighs though. And butt. A lot of other things. Alright, so this place is full of stealings. These are level like 13 or something like that. So, not exactly the easiest thing for us to kill. They still give 1 LP. So, a floating big chunk of rock is a really, really dangerous area to work. Yes, it is, because you can literally just fall all the way down. In fact, there are people that have fallen down. You can meet them down at the beach. In fact, one of the keys that you have to get has to fall all the way down, and you have to go down there and pick it up. It's great fun. Oh, right, I forgot about you. So in a normal playthrough, the Luzu Mines, if you're not doing power leveling, is a great place to do some level grinding. Because one of the bridges spawns like 40 skeletons or something like that. And you can easily just go back and forth through it and respawn everything. So it's pretty good for leveling. Not so much for us because we don't get XP from it. There's really no reason for me to be fighting these, by the way. In fact, logically, I would just do this. Because all we're doing by fighting these is getting a little bit of LP, but mostly wasting resources. Because it's far more efficient to get LP by... We are missing out on treasure and stuff, but don't worry about it. It's far more efficient to get LP by just fighting wolves in the Estersand. Or Westersand, one of the two, doesn't really matter. This is the skeleton bridge. as you can tell by the quantity of skeletons that are now chasing us. But the biggest reason you would just do this instead of fighting stuff is because there is no save point here. Between the entrance and where the story requires you go, there is no save point, so you can't replenish your stuff very easily. By the way, we're here. Welcome! Get used to me using the retreat button a lot, because it's going to happen a lot.
This is what I came here to see.
Very few places is it worth to not just flee when you're in New Game Minus.
It's nethicite. Manufactured nethicite.
Nethicite?
Unlike regular magicite, nethicite absorbs magical energy.
Wow,
This is the fruit of research into the manufacture of nethicite.
Tell me more.
All at the hands of the Draclaw laboratory. So this is where they're getting the magicite.
Errand all attended to, then?
Thank you. I'll repay you shortly.
No, you'll repay us now. We have too much on our hands to go on holding yours. So, where did you hear this fairy tale about nethicite? And where did you get that sample you carry? What do you know about the Draclaw laboratories? Tell me, who are you?
Balthier.
You kept us waiting, Balthier. You slipped away in Albina.
Is this game worth 40 bucks? I think so.
First to judge and know this boy. The whole affair has a smell of money about it. I may have to wet my beak a little.
Keep your snout
It
in the trough
is
where
my
it
favorite
belongs.
FF.
This thinking ill befits you, Bagamnon.
Balthier. Too long have I gone unpaid. I'll carve my bounty out of that boy.
You can get it for 30 bucks on Green Man Gaming, I think.
Why keep the bait when you've landed the fish? We cut her loose on the way here and then off she ran crying like a babe.
Crying like a babe.
Hey!
Magic Flying Rock is the source of magic rock impossible. It's the highest quality magic rock.
We'll not be able to take them all. Fight who we must, leave the rest.
By fight who we must, he means fight literally nothing and run, because they will kill me. They will very rapidly kill me, in fact. Ow. Because I am level 1 and they are level 20 something, I think. Oh, are they that high or are they like 16? I don't remember. Unfortunately, the cutscene causes me to lose fleeing every time we walk through a zone, because haha, game design. It looks beautiful and you're still missing it in your FF collection. I'd recommend it. It got a lot of crap when it first released, but even then I thought it was a good one. The story gets a lot... Well, the story gets most of the blame for what people think of it. It's a really political story, and there's a lot of little nuances that people miss through it. Like earlier, there's a spinning saw blade behind me. Earlier, if you were paying attention, the instant Draclaw Laboratories is mentioned, you might have noticed Balthier's facial expression changed. It's very subtle, and you might not think anything of it, but there's a reason his facial expression changes.
About with Bunga at my heels, and I'm apt to give up
And you don't learn anything about that for like another 20 hours of the story, so there's a lot of instances like that where there's little things that just don't seem like much that actually are important to what's going off with characters and stuff. But it's a really political story. Hey, what's up, dude? But if you can follow the story in my opinion is pretty good, but it is the weakest point of the game. The combat's neat. You can play it old school, like an old school FF, where you take control of everyone's actions so they don't do anything on their own. Or you can program a simple little AI so that they do stuff for you, which I find fun. Oh hey, look who it is. It's Thighs McGee.
We caught her wandering out of the mines. You must take care with such undesirables about.
I was kidnapped.
Silence.
If it is a crime to wander on one's own, then I too am guilty. Marquis, I trust that your estate can accommodate another guest.
Why not?
Judge Geese. I shall heed your counsel. I will not travel unaccompanied any longer.
Oh. That was unexpected.
Slightly.
Thank you, Penelo.
Of course.
Larsa's got him a new girl.
What's Penelo doing? And what's the deal with that Lamont?
That's no Lamont. Larsa Ferinas Solidor, fourth son to Emperor Gramis and brother to Vayne.
You'll watch me for a couple hours and then pick it up.
Do not worry. I believe he will treat her well.
Nobody knows men like Fran does.
Wow.
Our purposes lead the same way. To Ondor. We must find means to approach him.
The Marquis is channeling money to
Florence.
organizations opposing the Empire. We'll start there.
One thing to remember, watching my stream, if you haven't played this before, is I am on New Game Minus. I don't get XP. So the things I am doing are not things that you will do in a normal playthrough of the game.
Marquis Ondor announced my execution 2 years ago. If news of my survival were to spread, the Marquis may find his position
For instance, running away through that entire dungeon is not something you would do in a normal playthrough.
They won't be thrilled to discover that rumors of your death were, in fact, greatly exaggerated. If we were to raise a clamor to that effect, we might just get their attention.
Nothing to it. I'll just go around town spreading the word. How about this? I'm Captain Bosch von Rotzenberg of Dalmasca.
Wowee.
Well, what do you think?
That certainly qualifies as a clamor.
You haven't been watching, but you still have the highest loyalty. What's everyone doing? New people.
Around to witness your little performance, the better. If we're going to reach the Marquis, it's up to you. We'll be waiting here if you need us.
Lots of new people hanging out in stream chat, which I appreciate. Thanks for watching, etc., etc. Before we do this, I'm going to save because stuff happens. TM. You haven't followed my stream since last week. There's also like 5 or 6 days where I wasn't streaming, so, you know. So for this, your notoriety will slowly drain. Your goal is to get it to 100. These guys boost it a lot. Don't even worry about getting regular people, just get these guys. These guys, however, lower it by a lot, so try not to get the guards involved, just the dudes with books. For instance, we can wait for him to walk over there, because apparently nobody can hear for more than 2 feet. And then we can shout at this dude's face. And we get 20 notoriety out of it. And we basically just repeat that forever. So we've pleased enough people.
I'm the Bosch von Rotzenberg.
You were busy with setting up a D&D game on Saturdays. I have a friend who plays D&D a lot on the weekends. There should be another dude around here. What's these two, right? I'm sorry, this dude. We just gotta wait for Guardman Magoo to step away. I'm Captain Bosch. You can tell by the fact I look nothing like him. So again, there's a lot of political stuff. The leader of this nation, they have different names for this stuff, but the leader of this nation, this country or whatever, said that Bosch was executed. As far as anyone in this town knows, or anyone anywhere, Bosch is dead. So we're trying to get the attention of him by shouting that we are in fact Bosch, so that people report and they're like, yo, this guy says he's Bosch. But you said he's assassinated, McGee? So that's basically all we're doing. And then they'll show me like, yo, we gotta have a talking to. See? Now we're just gonna get mugged and beat to death in a corner.
This is the one, Amaro. Says he's Captain Bosch, he does.
He would sooner pass for the king.
I knew he weren't no captain. That was a mean trick to be playing.
If at trickery it ended, it would end well enough. But why this boy? And why Captain Ronsenberg?
Indeed.
An explanation is due, and I will hear it.
And why is she leaning on your
Empire's
shoulder?
hounds grow passing bold indeed.
A shame
Vote
if they
for
learned the
Bosch.
Marquis trafficked with the likes of you. Agents masquerading as guides, a hideout at the back of a tavern?
Squeaky chair.
Not exactly earning high marks for originality, are we?
Now you've done it.
So Bosch von Ronsenberg does yet live.
Hello, it's me, Bosch. Bosch for president. He'll be the greatest. No one will know he's actually alive. So many cutscenes, man. Look at those reflections. Beautiful.
So Vaughn really is all right.
Spoiler, they're not actually reflections.
You will join him soon.
Those water effects on the wall,
Until
that's
then,
just an
I shall see
animation.
that you are kept from harm.
Thank you.
I am troubled.
Wow,
The Rabanastre Imperial Guard appear to have overstepped their bounds. I intend to speak on this with the consul.
What?
Vane Solidor, the consul, is my brother. The first duty of the consul is to maintain order in Dalmasca. My brother is not one given to failure. Perhaps things aren't going as well as they might be, but give him a little time and he will put things to rights. Be not troubled. My brother is a remarkable man.
Destined to be a god? Question mark.
Why?
Does it ever state that the
sorry.
president needs to be
He is your
alive? Yes, it
brother.
does, actually.
It's just, you don't understand how much we lost to the war. My friends, my parents.
If he's dead, then it's just the vice president becomes the
the
president.
Empire?
We've got this covered, don't worry. You've seen that you play through this game twice already. Many times,
The
actually.
men of my family, we are taught to place the needs of others before those of our own. I will see that you are kept
No
from harm.
vampire is
It is
president.
my duty
Well,
to
a
house
vampire is
Solidor.
technically still alive.
But how? How can I trust you?
It would be something like a
Because I
zombie
give
for
you my
president.
word.
Probably not
My brother
possible.
would do no less.
Because a zombie would be incapable of, you know, president. Because there's something in there with, like, you know, brain function or
I knew
something.
there must be more to it, but to find you at the end of this tale...
But he's dead? No, he's not.
To see the
Vampires
Marquis's
aren't
face when he
dead.
learns of it.
I should like nothing more. I would meet him and see for myself.
How say you, my lord?
There is little to be said. I shall arrange a meeting with the Marquis. We shall expect you at the estate.
Waddles. They are when Abraham Lincoln has something to say about it. Excuse me, sir. In case you're curious, as far as story goes, Bujerba is by far the shortest area. You go to the mines, you find the med site, you leave, talk to the dude, and that's literally it. There is no point in the storyline where you actually come back to Bujerba. Now for side quests and hunts, you come back here a lot, but for storyline, nah, we're basically done now. That was it. So you can speedrun Bujerba real fast. Depending on the lore, vampires can be alive or undead, I think. I always traditionally count vampires as alive. Just not, you know, normal.
Sir Bosch von Ronsenberg.
A lot of things
It
do
was
count
not
them
so
as
very long
undead,
ago
though.
that I announced you had been executed.
And that is the only reason I draw breath.
So you are the sword he strung above my head. Vane has left not a thing to chance. And?
A leader of the resistance has fallen into Imperial hands. A woman by the name of Amalia. I would rescue her, but I need your help.
This resistance leader, this Amalia, she must be very important. You understand I've my position to consider.
Would you let us see Larsa? He's got my friend with him.
I'm afraid you're too late. Lord Larsa's cortege has already rejoined the Imperial detachment. I am told they will depart for Rabanastre upon the arrival of the fleet this eventide.
I forgot the name of that airship. Summon the gods.
What are we waiting for?
You to calm down.
Captain Ronsenberg, surely the exigencies of position are not lost on you.
Eventide is a silly word. It is.
Find the enemy's
I like it
chains
though.
an easy burden to bear.
Wait.
Again, very political stuff going on.
Sorry. Can't be helped.
Summon the guard.
Huh?
They're to be taken to Judge Geese.
That might seem like a strange thing to do right there, but
Those decrepit
note that even Balthier said wait, so they all knew what was going to happen there.
This country's obstinacy knows no
Yeah, damn good looking PS2 game. It is remastered, but
However,
a gorgeous game.
External support, the situation could worsen. We have found the counter-imperial elements in Bujerba to be conspicuously well-funded. No doubt Marquis Ondor is behind this.
Like those cutscenes and stuff, those are the same on PS2, they're just a lower resolution.
By the way,
All the models in the game are the same, so these models are the same that were on the PS2 as far as I'm aware.
He's given him to Geese.
I think graphical effects have changed and textures have changed. I think that's it. And audio.
Your fraternity is moving. Geese returns with Larsa. Tomorrow morning they will leave Bujerba. See him home safely, Gabranth. Now I'm expecting Dr. Sid. You may leave.
Oh, hey, it's Sid.
We must see the real thing to be sure. Nabadis taught us much. Yes, it's well hidden. They'll be off chasing after shadows, the fools. Ah, yes. The reins of history back in the hands of man. Ah, Vane. You seem to be enjoying your job as consul.
I was kept waiting fully 2 years. What news of Arcades?
Sid the Sloth. No, Sid the Sid.
The Senate.
Hard at work, as always.
For the sea.
Trying to find a dagger for your back.
They are welcome to try.
Sid only seems mostly insane in this game. Oh, he's full on insane. Look at those butt cheeks, by the way. Bran got a booty. Do I need to confess something? No, I don't think I need to confess anything. I think it's rather apparent.
The prisoners, my lord.
Hey, look who it is.
Majesty.
After what you've done, how dare you? You're supposed to be dead.
Come now, come now. Have you forgotten your manners?
Are we gonna farm the best gun in the game? At some point, yes, we will have
The
to.
late Princess Ashalia Benargin Dalmasca.
Princess?
To be sure, she bears no proof of her former station, no different than any mean member of the insurgents.
Resistance.
His Excellency
Every
Consul
time.
asks the ministry of the dethroned royal family in restoring peace to Dalmasca. Those who foster instability and unrest, who claim royal blood without proof, they shall meet their fate at the gallows. There are no exceptions.
I will not play puppet to Vayne.
King Ramanas entrusted me with a task. Should the time come, he bade me give you something of great importance.
What could it be?
It is your birthright, the Dusk Shard.
Wow, I wonder where it is.
It will warrant the quality of her blood. Only I know where to find it.
Oh man, it's a good thing you know where to find it.
You took my father's life. Why spare mine now? You would have me live in shame.
If that is your duty, yes.
Stop being so stubborn. Keep on like this and you're gonna get us all killed.
Don't interrupt.
What?
Oh wow. I don't know how it gets in his hands, by the way. Don't ask questions.
House treasure.
Well, well.
Splendid. You brought the stone with you. This spares us a great deal of trouble.
Don't give it to him!
You have to promise. No executions.
Good promise.
A judge's duty is to the law. Take them away.
My lord.
Lady Ash is to be quartered separately.
Amalie is actually the name of a princess of the Netherlands. Interesting timing, I suppose.
Vayne Solidor. What fascination.
I wonder if that's why they chose it. It could be. Square Enix developers do tend to like references like that. Get the promise before giving away.
So you were carrying it all along. The fate's jest.
Tell these fates of yours to leave me out.
Keep quiet.
There was nothing else that I could do. You know that.
Oh, I understand. Honor, duty, and all that. I still can't believe that was a princess.
Keep quiet.
The game might just be older than her, though. That's possible. This came out in what? I don't remember actually. 2000.
Busy. Not lightly did I beg his aid.
7? I don't know.
Listen,
5? I don't know.
It's been a full 2 years. I alone have kept Her Majesty safely hidden.
He's just 3 years older than this game.
I could trust nobody.
You did
Probably not a reference to her then, but possible.
I'm getting her out. I need your help.
Of course.
2006. Oh man, I've done it. The only thing in my life that I've ever somewhat accurately remembered. Alright, so this part we have a complete map of the area. We have to get over there. It doesn't matter which way you go, I think. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter which way you go, because either way is going to be about the same length, but... There is only a single save point in this entire area, you might notice. Unfortunately, it's right here, which means we cannot save before the boss fight. Actually, that's a lie, there's 2 save points. One of them we just can't see. It is over here. In one of those jail cells, we just can't see it right now. Bosch has some abs for sure. Yo, everyone in this game's got some abs. Look at him, man. Vaughn's got a 6-pack. Look at his arms. He's made of muscle. Very oddly shaped muscle, but muscle nonetheless. And people say they're over here trying to flaunt how the women look. Look at the dudes. You see how many posts I hear about Bosch? Not Bosch, Balthier. Look at Balthier. Beautiful. Anyway. No, for real though. You see how many posts people make about Balthier?
Before we set out. See that red web of light spanning the passageway?
No.
It is a mechanism to detect intruders within the ship.
break one of those beams.
Bosch had even more abs and muscles. Bosch is also like 30 years old. He's got some age on him compared to Vaughn, who's like 16 or something.
Come, Her Majesty awaits.
I think he's 16. Maybe he's older, I don't know. Either way, for his age, man, look at Vaughn. Got muscle. Anyway, we're gonna do the same thing we did in the other area where we run like fuck. And because we're doing the thing where we run, I don't care about walking through those because it just spawns more dudes that we're running away from anyway. Hey, you have a gun. Thanks for not shooting me, I appreciate it. Thanks for not stabbing me, oh, you shot me. Ow. Call them lasers, it's not that hard? No. Those are not lasers, lasers are copyrighted. By the way, there is a laser fence right here that you can't see because I can't turn the camera fast enough, but there's a laser fence right there. If you stand in that area, it will trigger. You have to run through it. If you stop and stand there and fight stuff, you'll immediately trigger that. Also, this is a boss fight. A relatively difficult one, actually. Hey. The mini-boss, you know. Why do the protagonists in almost every Japanese game, manga, and anime always have to be, like, 16?
Fear not their numbers. Take down the leaders and the others will
Isn't 16, like, considered adult, essentially, in a lot of Asian cultures? So we want the mage dead, first off. He's silenced, that makes that easy. Swordsman, okay. As long as we're not fighting the judges first. And then once all these dudes are down, we can fight the judges. She's out of inch. She's out of, my potions are down here. She's out of MP, that's the word I was looking for. Fran needs to heal, Vossler needs to heal. Vossler needs to heal again, because he's getting the dickens beat out of him. Please stop. Oh, nice. That was a nice block. We're gonna do the thing again where we run in circles, by the way. Pause is OP, do real-time menuing, or it doesn't count. Since when does that not count? If you're over here making up rules where stuff doesn't count, you better be posting your times on the speedrun website, which currently has 0 times posted, so... I'm not attacking, that's right. Over here not paying attention. Do you like anime? I like anime. Should probably heal Vossler. Yeah, we should probably heal Vossler. Eventually this dude needs to die at like some point this century. Taking a sweet time about it though. Ow. Man. No, don't do that. Seriously though, please. Vossler, can you kill the other one? New game minus, that means that you don't get XP, right? Yes, we don't get XP. Nice combo. Does that make some things almost impossible? Yes, because you don't get levels. I'm just gonna let Vossler stay dead. I'm also just gonna run in circles. Are we attacking? Yeah. Like, if we're making rules about things that don't count, I'm gonna point out something that's way stronger than pause. If we're gonna talk about things that don't count, this shouldn't count. But you know how many people don't play on the lowest battle speed? Fucking nobody. Please die. Good God, man. Nice miss. Bro. Seriously though, man. This... We're just gonna go back to double speed. It's only one dude. He parried. He's too strong. That just affects ATB gauge speed? No, it gives you an innate advantage with item use, which if in New Game Minus, you're using items. I realize Vaughn's dead, don't worry about it. Anything with CT0 has an innate advantage at slower battle speeds, which includes items. Can you die? For the love of God? This does count for bosses as well, so if there are certain bosses where you actually run the battle speed gauge at max because their attacks have CT0. Philornis invites you to be friends. Hello. Some bosses in the game have an ability that gives their, or some at least, of their attacks 0 charge time. So you can give yourself an innate advantage against those bosses by running the battle speed at max. Because the only limiting factor with 0 charge time is the delay after the attack, which is not affected by battle speed. Battle speed only affects charge time. For some reason, I don't know why, but this is how the game works, so whatever. But for instance, we can demonstrate it. So I will throw a potion, because they're cheap. Play it at normal speed here. So we're gonna throw a potion, you can see how quick it goes off. It's instant. Oops. We set this to all the way to max. Note that the action thing at the end there isn't going to change either. We throw another potion, still instant. But that delay, waiting for you to get to do something again, is exactly the same. But of course, the faster battle speed means you get spells off faster, so if you're not using items heavily, you may as well just run at max battle speed. That sort of thing. Anyway, here's your demonstration of battle speed. In a normal playthrough, just run the battle speed at max. You're highly unlikely to be using items that frequently, and there's a lot of bosses where max battle speed just benefits you anyway. But if you're using items, just drop it down until you get to bosses. See ya, Panda. Better, faster, stronger. I'm hungry. We're gonna stop the stream after I finish this area, if I can finish this area. It's yet to be seen. I mean, we have to at some point, so... we don't have any LP, right? No, because I'm not fighting anything. We won't have any equipment, unfortunately. Afford that, so grab that. Once we get out of this area, I'm going to head back to Rabanastre and we're going to do some LP farming so we can actually buy stuff. Because we will need it at some point. Don't cast Cure on me, woman. Oh, you didn't even cast Cure on me, you cast Cure on someone else. Whatever. Alright. Normally at this point in the game, you would have approximately like 2,000 health. We have 500.
You are unharmed?
Vossler,
Majesty.
It's nothing. I'll be fine.
You think she got that skirt custom made that short?
You. Come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Penello's still out there.
We should hurry. They won't be long.
Yeah, you got another achievement.
We will talk later.
You think she got that skirt custom made, or it's like, that's not a skirt? I guess not. Some cloth she found. Oh yeah, she's in our party now, so she is going to be a white mage. Again, Everyone's gonna be a machinist at some point anyway, but don't worry about it for now. New game minus machinist, that's how this works, but she's gonna be our white mage. Penelo's our black mage, etc, etc. I don't think we have anything for her to wear. Why do you get battle lore right there? Question mark? What does a machinist do? They fire bullets via a gun. The reason everyone's going to be a machinist is because guns, I should say, have the ability. They have lower basic damage, but they pierce defense. The only weapon type in the game that pierces defense. She probably doesn't need Martyr. Which means, because our stats are really low compared to the enemies, we're going to do no damage. But Machinists pierce defense, so their damage will always stay the same. You would think you fire bullets with bows, don't you think? No, those are slightly differently shaped bullets, but they are still indeed bullets. I don't think she needs Martyr, does she? She needs channeling, but I think the other channelings are up here. Yeah. Which is going to take a long time to get to, but she does need that channeling at some point. Basically just going to wear what she has, I guess. We're going to swap her for Fran. No. She has no health. Do we do that? Nah, she'll die if we do. Just gonna give everyone shotguns? Yes. I wish I could, to be honest. There's nothing in there as far as I'm aware. We can do, actually. Can get Assassin's Dagger, which is going to be very useful for us because I forgot about that. We should be able to get some stuff for her. Never mind. We don't have Mystic Armor too. What about this? Poison, Sap, Blind, Libra. Spell and Protect. Yes, that's what we need. Okay, so Assassin's Dagger is very good because it has on-hit KO, which is going to be weapons that we like to use a lot. It's time for you to... Thanks for hanging out, Ramu. Have a good rest. On-hit KO kills things, as one would imagine, based upon the fact that it says on-hit KO. Regardless of our stats, it has a small chance to just kill things, which makes fighting a lot easier.
Majesty, we will cut your path.
I will not place my trust in the sword of a traitor.
Yet trust his sword we must, traitor or no. I see no other way. We track back, commandeer a ship and make our escape.
So right now...
Her Majesty cannot abide weakness, least of all in herself. We must make her confront the reality of our plight.
Boss, my regards. The alarm is permanent until you use the key to turn it off. Over there, which is the direction we're going. I don't know why I fleed right there, we don't have to flee right there. But we're also going to employ the tried and true strategy of holding the holy crap run away button. Because holy crap, we need to run away. That's basically it. We're just gonna run over here. Do we even need to turn the alarm off? I don't know. We're turning the alarm off. It's a temporary thing anyway, but we're here, so. I don't even know if we need to do that, but off we go. Ow. Coward Jeff. There's no reason to fight these enemies. It's a waste of resources. Time stops and opening a door, yes. All things must wait their turn. Hey, bud. How's the weather? You having a good evening? We're just passing through, you don't need to chase us. I think it's this way we need to go. Could just do... I can't do it because I'm fleeing, that's right. You can't open the menu when you're running away. No, I don't know why, but hey. This way? Yeah, it is. That cost me health, a little pause there. Hey, don't shoot me. Thanks. Rational Joe, too. So at this point, Penelo joins, Vossler leaves, I believe.
It's okay. We're okay.
Hey, Penelo.
He knows you've escaped. You must hurry. You are Captain Azalus. You will follow me. We must reach the airships before they do.
You would let us leave knowing who we are?
Lady Ash, by all rights, you ought not even to exist.
Wow.
That you and Captain Ronsenberg were made to appear dead is like a hidden thread laid bare. Your actions hereafter will pull at that thread, and we will see what it unravels. This is our chance. We must see this through and get to the bottom of it. I believe 'tis for the good of Dalmasca and the good of the Empire.
Very well, then.
Thanks.
How American it is to make everyone a machinist.
I must apologize.
Everyone gets a gun.
Penelo, for you. May it bring you good fortune.
Thanks.
I like Vaughn's response to this. Like, why you giving my girl stuff? Note that the alarm's still going off the entire time we're talking. Obtain a piece of manufactured nethicite. And then we run. Okay, so let's potion up. So is this going to be our party, or do we bring Ash in? We bring Ash in temporarily. And Fran has so little health, though. Still worth the keeper. F12 shot my viewer count sky high. Is it high? That is doing fairly well. I don't know about sky high, but it is doing fairly well. Thanks everyone for watching. Welcome back to Horn. So here's the problem. If we take this party in, tempted to take Bosch in. He doesn't have equipment, does he? He doesn't have the proper equipment, but he has equipment. I think Bosch is our best bet for killing it. If I don't take Ash in, someone in the party will not have Protect and Shell. It'll wear off eventually too. Wasn't it Thickweed before? Yeah, he changed his name back. So let's take Fran out. We're gonna run Bosch. He doesn't have the proper equipment, but we're gonna run Bosch because his health. I guess we can try to swap Ash in to refresh Protect as need be. You know what, Ash, since this is going to be basically your whole job, and I'm lazy. Welcome to me being lazy. Oops. Lazy Josie. Hell yeah. The battle speed modifier, I believe, does also change the effect duration on spells. And that pick though. What, Ashes? Okay. So Ash, oops. Ash doesn't need to be in the party, but she's buffed. Bosch will come in. Are we talking about Ash's picture? Oh, you're probably talking about Ash's picture. This is from the original. It's what was in the original game. Her hands seem really big, but I don't know. Vanilla is a cutesy one. Using bravery at 2x speed is such a bloody waste. Yeah. Alright, so this is our setup. We can use... We have Gambit set up for Bosch? Yeah. We can use the LP on him to see what we can get here. Magic lore, like... So the problem is he doesn't have a katana, so magic lore does nothing. But it unlocks stuff, so we're gonna do it. Because it gives him swiftness, which is huge. Also gave him that, but now we don't have the LP for it. Alright, what about equipment? You don't need that, because you're not going to fight with us immediately. We're going to give you that. Or just give you that, yeah. Not much health, but hey. The min-maxing is happening. Thanks to you, Erect Yazmat with all the debuffs. Hey! He's hitting you for 63. It trivializes that fight if you debuff stack there. So. Bond silenced, it doesn't matter, he doesn't have any magic. That's why I gave him that item. As long as we can survive his enrage, then we should be okay, but his enrage is real hard.
I must confess, I thought you the one who would help us restore peace to Dalmasca. No matter, we hold the proof of your royal lineage. A maid of passing resemblance will serve our purposes now. As for you, my dear, the Empire requires you no more!
Oh hey, how convenient.
What was that?
The Nethicite.
Charges forward, despite not being in the combat party.
Ever quick to spurn an honorable surrender, as was your father.
Wow.
You know nothing of my father!
Shots fired. Alright, so immediately you should kill these dudes in the back because they will maul you if you don't. Preferably kill them slightly faster than I'm currently doing, but kinda limited here. Please stop hitting me. I was the chosen one. We are gonna have to heal soon. Should have bought more high potions, but that's okay. Nice block. Terrifying to see you have less than 1k HP at this point. Yeah. HP and damage output are the limiting factors, because fights are so long. Because it takes 74 decades to... Oh, we need to dispel him, that's right. We only have one of these? I have 3, okay, good. Because fights take 7 decades to finish, it's really resource draining. Was this game at 60 FPS on PS4? No, it was 30. This is the only version of the game that runs at 60. Even emulated versions still only run at 30, even if the emulator is running at 60. Righty as AoE. That was our healing phase. Easy game. Alright. Stop blocking, dude. You have to go, you have to be social. Thanks for hanging out, Falornis. So this is a huge problem with this boss. He combos a lot. It gets worse once he enrages, so... Probably want to be back before the end. It won't be too much longer of a stream, assuming I don't die here. Somewhat shorter streams while I play FF, but... My apologies. Greater Barrier. This is why we want more Dispels, by the way. We shelled and protected. We throw another Dispel mode at him. Why you gotta kick me like that, dude? Rude. Just imagine, just think. The fact that you can do these fights, every fight in the main story of the game. I have to wait for him to finish casting. Every fight in the main story of the game can be beaten at minimum item, or minimum level, which is what we're currently doing. Just think about how easy that makes it when you're actually properly leveled. Because it makes this fight way easier when you can do damage and have actual health bars. And yet there are people that actually thought this game was too hard in some of the fights, so, you know, that's the thing. We did it, by the way. Woo! I thought he enraged in this fight, he doesn't. I was mistaken. It must be a different judge. Oh, you know what? It's probably Fossler. That's probably what it is.
An Atomos. All skiff, no ship. Hardly fit for a leading man.
Feels more balanced this way. Yeah, it does. Except for the end game fights. Those are a bit stupid, but we'll get there eventually.
Can't we go faster? Not yet.
We gotta be sneaky. We can't speed through or they'll get suspicious. You think they'd be suspicious of the fact nobody was in those seats, but whatever. The one worm hunt in the Paramina Rift gave me so much trouble. Is that Fafnir? I don't remember. The optional hunt at the bottom of the tower was actually really cool. It's also really hard. It's also optional. That is the only hunt in the game. I don't remember what it's called.
Balthier,
The mind.
I thought you might want it back.
Mindfucker dude. I forgot his name.
I wear it close to my heart.
He's the only hunt that is optional. Every other hunt in the game is required to do Yasmet. He is not. It's real weird.
I do not forget, Majesty. It was by his counsel, dangerous though it may have been, that we were able to free you.
Yeah, the summoner guy.
You must meet with him, Your Highness, and give ear to his words.
Shadowcaster? I don't think it was that.
The Empire, but his heart
Not
is
Hellward, no.
It is as he says. I ought not have kept Ondor at so great a distance.
This looks better than a lot of games today. You like this style where the textures are super detailed? I do too. This game looks really nice.
Cautious.
Majesty, I would ask you for some time. On our own, we struggle in vain to restore Dalmasca. I must search out some other way.
Like,
until I should find
a lot of the
it,
scenery textures,
your side.
they weren't scaled up quite as well
his loyalty to Dalmasca no less
as the character textures, but I mean, you can see games that have been released today that have some iffy textures in a lot of places, so that's not really saying much.
Go to Ondor and there await my return.
Shadowseer, that's what it was. He's the only hunt that's optional, like entirely optional, because Yasmet doesn't require it. Games never needed to look much better than this, to be honest. Modern visuals. I sort of agree. That sounds sort of pretentious, but there's a limit to how much I care about how good something looks, and this is perfectly fine. Damn, I just found them too. Too slow, Pandosity. Like, you look at, you know, the latest and greatest visual games, the textures, they'll look amazing. They'll look way better than, well, way better than textures on this wall, for sure. They'll have fancy graphical effects for explosions and all that, but, like, I don't care. Is the game good? No, I'm not playing it then. It's not like I have the greatest computer in the world and can play whatever I want anyway, but, like, I'm just gonna play most stuff at medium settings. This isn't highest graphics settings, by the way. I'll point that out to you. So, you know, that's half resolution. This isn't as high as, or that's not as high as it goes. The filtering's not all the way up, that sort of thing. So it can look a little better, not much better, but. To be fair, 15 and Monster Hunter have spoiled me. I didn't really like the way 15 looked. That may have just been a problem with frame rate, though. Did Square always intended this version to come out? They said many years ago that they were thinking of a PC release, but it depended on how well the console release went, I think. I think they were always intending on maybe looking into this. I haven't seen anything on Monster Hunter, I haven't watched anything, so... What are we doing? I'll pay Andor a visit, that's right. So I don't know what Monster Hunter looks like. I didn't really like the look of 15, though. It was announced 20 days before it was actually released? Yeah. The actual announcement that it was being released was very, very soon. Like, very close to its release. Gotta wait for Dissidia on PC. I played the beta for Dissidia. I really like fighting games, apparently. I played, this is how I know I don't really like fighting games. I played Dragon Ball Fighters, or Fighter Z, however you want to pronounce it. And I realized that that's a good fighting game, but I didn't like it, so it turns out I don't like fighting games anymore.
When Vossler learned my father had been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Rabanastre, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far.
Did all this FF15 stuff for
We
PC.
thought that you could protect me.
Yo, can they chill
However,
with the NVIDIA GameWorks
stuff
stuff
that you
in
had taken
15?
your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire.
Like, just stop. It's too late now, it's gonna be in the game, and you can turn it off, sure, but seriously, that's so much, like,
Of course, at the time I
money
was reluctant,
on
but I
that
cannot
stuff,
perceive his
and it
reasons.
just destroys
is clear he
performance.
meant to
I
drive
saw
a
the
wedge
object
between
culling
us.
as well.
Halim, we are past all this.
I haven't run the
Bujirba
benchmark
must
yet,
stand with us.
because I don't know if I'm
We
gonna
can
get the PC
stop
version,
Bane.
so... Like, $50, and I don't have $50, so... I also don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, so that completely destroys the high-end graphics settings.
I
But,
once
you know.
knew a girl whose only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms.
In case you
Your
can't tell,
Majesty is a woman
that's her
grown
uncle.
now.
Then Bujirba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vane. What then? You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof
Like,
of
I
your birthright
understand,
stolen.
you know,
Without
hyper-realistic, the
Grand Kiltias Uncle always says cannot
NVIDIA
and will not recognize
GameWorks,
your
whatever the hell
Majesty
it's
as the
called.
rightful heir.
That stuff makes, you know, hair super realistic. It's an individual strands,
be a princess,
physics enabled, but
without proof of your identity, you are powerless.
it's unnecessary, and it looks
You will remain with
really
me. We do
janky in
nothing till the
practice.
time is right.
I cannot just wait.
Then what does your Majesty propose we do?
Like, you look at those big
Uncle
creatures in FF, that, you know, there's a lot of hair there. It already has physics on that hair.
What is the
It
going
looks
rate for
fine.
rescuing
You put the
princesses
GameWorks
these
stuff
days?
on it, now there's just hair everywhere. It's doing
Food
all
would be
sorts
a
of stuff.
start.
It looks kind of
The
wonky.
good
I don't
stuff,
know.
mind you.
It kills
This
performance
can
too,
be
so whatever.
arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know.
Like, I think a 1080
bring a
Ti,
change of clothes,
which is
too.
expensive, more than my entire computer. 1080 Ti scores like an average of, what was it, something like 50 to 60 frames per second on the highest setting. You think it looks great, just not worth a performance drop? Fair enough. It's for advertising. Nvidia announced the PC version of FF.
I'm going to retrieve the Dawn Shard.
Square Enix didn't announce it, Nvidia did.
I know where it's hidden.
So it's 100%
I'll return his
advertising.
airship later.
Are you crazy?
They built the game around the 1080, yeah.
Not only for myself, but
You
for
need
all those who
1080 on the
follow.
highest
I will
settings
not
to
be made
get
to hide.
60 frames per second, which
I'll
is
fight
stupid.
alone if I must.
You still have Bosch, right? Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to concentrate.
That's quite enough, Your Majesty.
Always with the concentration.
What do you think? A bit over the top?
In my line of work, you never know when something like this might come in handy.
I'm trying to concentrate.
I'd like to know how he got all the voice sampling and stuff for this intercom system to be able to work quickly.
You can't.
Trust me, you're better off staying here.
Suppose you kidnapped me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much to
Steal
ask?
me.
What do you have that I would want?
The Dynast King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is
Honestly, if I had the money, I would love to have, like, not unlimited money, obviously, otherwise you just get, you know, crazy Intel processor or whatever, but if I had the money, I would get a 1080, not a 1080 Ti, that's too much money, and Ryzen something, probably, or Threadripper, probably Ryzen. That would be good enough for anything I ever do.
What? Are you kidding? I don't want to stick around this place.
Then I'm coming too.
Penelo.
Don't leave me here.
Look at those eyes. He's about to cry.
Of course not.
Then it's settled. We should leave before the Marquis realizes she's missing, like proper kidnappers.
I'm a simple dude. I'm not gonna lie. I play a lot of games on like medium to low graphics. So I'm slightly biased in the, you know, the newest graphical tech stuff. I just don't care for it. I didn't say infinite money. I explicitly said not infinite money, in fact. I just said if I had the money, but not infinite money. If you have infinite money, there's no reason not to get multiple 1080 Ti's and like an i7 something extreme. I don't know what the numbers are anymore. An i7 6969X. You've never understood how to say Marquis. Well, it's either Marquis or Marquis or Marquise or Marquis or Marcus. You say however you want, really.
Does this set Draclaw?
Everybody just needs to sub to you right now.
I have confirmed he receives
I mean, if you want to, go for it. Hello, Howling
His
Bark.
agency in the fall of Nabudis is also certain.
I agree with this plan, but you don't have
Who
to.
led the assault missing. The truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long, cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
Probably also the cataracts, considering your age, but yeah.
My lord.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my
You've always said
successor?
Marquis and then heard of this
The
game and
Senate
questioned my
fears the
whole
capable
existence.
Peril
I've always said
Vane.
Marquis too.
They prefer a young fledgling emperor. Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth.
By the way,
Your ruthlessness is
I don't know if you
not
guys
without
noticed,
merit.
his facial hair is not actually
But
attached to his face.
It must must not become
I just want, again, just gonna drag you guys down with me with all the problems of this game so you can see it every time.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather be his
It's like canned liquids.
Gabranth, keep your close watch on
Game's done whenever we get to the next save point.
The keenest blade of
whenever that happens to be.
My lord.
So goodbye. It'll probably be gone before you're back, but who knows? Thanks for watching.
I could not bear to see my sons war with each other again.
Coughs. Hey, welcome to the Dalmasca Westasan. This dumps us right next to the Sand Sea, I think. Not right next to it, pretty close to it. So if we want to go back to Ravenaster, which we will, we have to make a bit of a journey.
Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away. Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in yacht from here onwards.
Do you think Fran gets irritated by the sand?
The sand sea,
He's got such big ears. Does the sand get stuck in there?
Below.
So when you're in yacht, sky stones don't work at all. That's why we gotta hoof it the rest of the way, you see?
Happy you get to teach me something for a change?
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate, you gotta know your... Hey, what do you mean for a change?
Come on,
at least we thought to bring entertainment.
Oh yeah? Says who? You want to see what they think about it?
I wouldn't be so confident.
A classic. By the way, just wait till we get to the first demon wall, because you bet your buns I'm trying to kill the first demon wall. At level 1. It's gonna go well. Trust me. Perfect. Flawless. We're gonna die like 50 billion times. What's your 2 cents on this game? I like it, obviously, by the fact I've purchased it like 6 different times. On this particular version of the game, I think it's, like, if you haven't played this game before, you should get this version of it. There's no reason not to. If you've played the original, but not the Zodiac Age on console, you should probably get this version. If you've played International, or the console version of Zodiac Age, it's debatable. I mean, it's up to you if you want to get it to that point, because this is the International version, just with some subtle changes. The biggest thing, apart from the graphics settings from this version compared to the console one, is that it has the OST version of the soundtrack. I don't know if you always get this, but I have the OST version of the soundtrack. Console only has original and reorchestrated. So that's what we've been listening to, is the soundtrack version. You love that Van and Penelo are so different from the others. They're also much younger, so probably why they're like that. I just overwrote my own save that I was right here making. What's the difference with the OST? It has various orchestral things that the reorchestrated version does not. But it's not a huge difference, but it is a superior quality in the audio as well, as far as I'm aware. Essentially, if you were to go and buy, well, I don't know if they sell it on disc, I think they do, but for the purposes of this, we'll think they do. If you go and buy the disc OST, Final Fantasy XII OST version, that's the music that we have in the game right now. The disc OST, if they have the disc, we're just making an assumption here, is not the same as the actual in-game music, either original or reorchestrated. It's essentially, it's the highest audio quality, the, you know, best orchestral versions and stuff like that. Unlike the OG games, you can actually change the volume in-game. It's true, you can. Very nice. Yawns. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the stream. These streams are... The Final Fantasy streams are going to be a bit shorter than other streams because various reasons, but mostly the fact that I'm tired and also dying. Mostly the reason. It's a game I've played before, so I can only do it in, you know, like short-ish bursts instead of like 6 hours. 3 hours, still decent stream, but no 6-hour streams of Final Fantasy. I will be back probably tomorrow. You can follow me here or Twitter, and I'll tell you if I'm live, that sort of thing. So thanks for watching, thanks everyone for joining, etc, etc. I'll see you tomorrow, probably, he says. He imagines.